Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Get Technical. I'm Neal, I'm your host. Very happy to be here. I got a new mic stand. I don't think it's actually it's working kind of nice. Shout out to producer Aaron Thomas for the new mic stand. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday? Spy is tanking, everyone panic. All right. So let's check out Spy. So here's what we're gonna do with Spy. I'm going to turn off all of my moving averages and just point out that we've got this this week of resistance that we were stuck on. This is recent memory, guys, but it's so easy.
Hey, should we put the chart on the screen? Oh, let me change the background too. There we go.
I don't know where I'd be without you. I'd be dead. All right, guys. So I was pointing out here with Spy that multiple days in recent memory, we had this resistance level right here at 441. Let's see if we're holding it. Let's go ahead and turn on the VWAP, anchored to monthly, which we've got anchored to the month. And I've turned on something that's kind of cool, which is a standard deviation on the VWAP. Something I'm trying out. It seems like that has been the support level here. That standard deviation above the VWAP has been the support level. We breached that and then broke down. But we are proving that previous resistance can be support at this level. Let's break it down to the hourly and see if we see any signs of recovery for the day. Red. Still holding this level, and the bulls pushing this candle up, trying to keep it up. That's an hourly candle. Next level of support is going to be right about here. This one. So this is Spy with the S&P 500. I use VOO, VOO. That's a Vanguard, basically Spy, same thing, but has a better dividend. That's the one that I invest in over time. I'll just be averaging in. Like today, I bought a bunch, just at this level. But if it drops some more, then I'll buy more. So support here. I mean, it's not a dotted line. It's gonna be a straight line, solid line. There you go on VOO. Vrpx, yeah, Shlomo, you messed me up so much. That Vrpx. Shlomo, why didn't you text me to buy calls or to buy as much of this as I possibly could? I could have put my life savings on this. That's what you're supposed to do, right? With pharmaceuticals. Breaking out of a big old base. Broader the base, the bigger the space. This thing could keep going. There's no reason for it not to. Looks like another stock that I know. To the daily here. You guys remember this stock? Look at that. Once we finally broke out, history was made. TSLA, Tesla, Vrpx. It's pharmaceutical. It's a little bit different. If it was tech, I'd be like, oh shit, it's investment tech. But yeah, it looks like the action happened. All right. What the hell is going on with the music? It's a funky song. What up, Neal? The best TA show on YouTube. Thank you, Tony. Thank you very much. Yeah, ARRY. Yeah, I like this one. Remember my RSI is on 10, so it's more sensitive right now in terms of this overboughtness right here. If we go down to a shorter time frame, let's go down to the hour. You can see that twice in the short time frame, we've tested this level. Might be looking at a bit of a cup with or without handle, but everything's setting up for that double bottom resolution. We got the meat of the trading kind of lined up right here. So if we measure this thing up to that level, you can at least shoot for 1951 on $17 stock. But if we're bringing that up all the way up to the top of the ass crack, sticking out of your shorts, that's going to be 21.99 about. So area's one to watch. Definitely one to watch. All right, what stocks do you guys want to look at? I think all right, so whoever, all the Bitcoin people that are tired of Bitcoin, just shut up for a second. I like Bitcoin where it is right now. As long as this rounding formation doesn't continue, so we've got one of these. Never nice to see that rounding formation. That could mean just another dip below. But if we do get a higher high, it's looking good to me. Because if I go to my daily, get rid of this obnoxious stuff. Looks like a standard pullback. All right, we got tickers. How does volume by price work? Are the default settings good enough? Yeah, I think for most people. I set mine up so that I have more detail. So I see more bars or like histograms, if you will, on the right here. I like to have more so I can see more shelves coming out at different prices. Okay, let's check ALF. Proton 73 wants to see ALF. Let's do it. So I'm on the daily. The only indicators I have on right now is the VWAP anchor to the month and volume profile. That's a breakout, my friend. That is a bona fide breakout. We broke above the VWAP, which was previous resistance. We are out. We're out. What is this support level? This looks really good. ALF looks really good. I think you can trade this during the day. If you're a day trader, I think you've got plenty of momentum to play with here. Running into a bit of a volume shelf ahead, or volume roof perhaps. But you've got plenty to play with here. Going back to the day. Yeah, that's just a solid breakout from a downtrend. Let's turn off the VWAP and make this a little more, let's do a little classical technical analysis on this. Straight line from the tippy top of the mountain, and then anchor it at like another level. We'll use this one. I'm just going to anchor this as the sloping line of resistance. Yeah, it looks kind of shitty, doesn't it? At any rate, you can clearly see how we broke out of this trend. Horizontally speaking, looks like we're hitting resistance at the high from August 4th. So that level is about $10. So $10 is your resistance level, and you can see so much like support here, and then it was finally lost, became the resistance level. Very important level here. So a break above 10, super bullish for ALF. Will you have the power to do it? Well, there's not a lot of volume comparatively here. So a break above that's going to be a little launch pad. I think you're going to be targeting the following levels. So this is for scaling in, scaling out type of stuff. Boom. And something like this, maybe. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. So scaling into a trade as it's going up. You got these levels you're watching. 1175 I would do on that. Make a round. Boom, 1378. Nice. From here to that level, that's another. Whoo, sheesh! 43%. So the trend line is not totally clean because we got this weird little arcing formation here before we got to the bottom. But what we can do is just use the bodies. Is the stock small enough? You get something a little more like this, which is cleaner. Let's see if those levels that I marked line up with the Fibonacci. Yep, of course. Pretty damn close. I wonder if the body makes a difference here. Yeah, it makes it line up a little bit closer. They line up better that way. They line up actually exactly that way. So the Fibonacci is your friend. is your friend. If I bring this up to just the body, if I'm using the body of the lowest preceding low and the body of the highest high, tighten it up like that, it's almost exactly at the lines that I gave you. So those are sell targets / scaling in targets as we surpass them, crossing them. So what I'm going to do here for ALF is I'm going to set a price alert. I'm not in it because I didn't identify, I was not watching for this reversal here. This is obviously a massive reversal now. I'm going to set price alerts for passing these key levels. I'm going to set another one right here for this resistance because I think something's going to happen there. I'm going to set one more price alert right below this Fibonacci because I think it's best to sell before you hit these exact levels because everyone's watching for that round number. So it's always nice to get out before it shoots back down after everyone takes when everyone starts taking a profit. Shelly is bored right now. Shelly, go play with a toy or something. I'm not on. Oh, you want to see on the log scale, John? God, I'm your humble servant, John. We'll change our pricing to the logarithmic scale. We'll stay on the 4 hour. And then we will use a line tool to draw the trend. And oh, it does line up pretty well there. Look at you, John. Mr. Moore. Wow. You're making me more smarter. Look at that, guys. We changed the price scale to logarithmic, and it made it easier to draw a sloping line of resistance on Alfie to identify what was a clear breakout. Shay, what's your question? No, I would look at this like a swing trade. I think that if you're looking at it like a day trade, I would almost take a short position. Maybe using with this one, I wouldn't know how to day trade this. When I'm day trading, I like to just buy calls up and buy puts going down, and that's on the 10-minute chart. That's how I do that. But when I'm swing trading, it's commons, and then sometimes I do lotto tickets, meaning just like calls on something or puts on something. But for this, I mean, this is going to take days to resolve to these price levels. But I mean, there's another potential for 47% to be won on Alfie. On Alfie. ALF is the ticker. So yeah, Shay, that's sort of the plan is, if you're familiar with scaling in, it's different for everyone. But what I like to do is I break down my price targets into 3 levels going up. And I'll start off kind of small, but then as things start to rip, I'll add more. So you can do 30%, 30%, 30%. And it's the same thing with scaling out of a position. When you meet your price target, you don't have to close out all of your shares, for example, or you don't have to close like 100% of your position. You can close a good portion of it and say, I'm going to keep what I've gained with the hunch that this might continue to run, because if it continues to run, you'll still be in there. But then again, each time you've gone up another level, something I want to point out is that each time you go up another level, find your uncle points, find your next support level, go a little bit below it, set your stop loss. That's how I roll on it. And I try not to make the stop loss. I keep all the stop losses tight. A lot of people will do like 8% as their max. I'm doing like 5% stop losses. That's just usually what it adds up to. If the support's like way below that, I'll drill down to a shorter time frame on the candles and find a closer support. Ember, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. God, this new mic stand is really fighting with me. Yep, so that's the log chart. All right, I'm going to go back to regular on that. All right, so Alf, I'm with it. I'm with it, guys. Let's add that to our mega list. What else are we looking at, guys? Drop your tickers. We'll take a look at them. Make sure you let me know what time frame. Ticker and time frame gets picked first. You guys are going slow. MCRB, you asked a couple times. I see you, AMC. Okay. So MCRB is a biotech. I mean, so right now, what you're looking at is potential for bottom fishing. Bottom fishing. This is kind of a wacko stock. You can see that very clearly. But it found support at previous resistance on this big broad base. This is all in full transparency. Let's see who asked about it. AMC Youngster. This is not the type of stock that I usually like to trade because I look for very clear identifiable trends. And this one's whipping around real quick for me. So it's hard for me to find a trend to trade in. I like to have a degree of, what's the word I'm looking for? Certainty is probably the best word I can find for it. When I'm getting into something that the broader trend is bullish. I'm looking for bullish trends or the very beginning of them. Right now, this one looks like it's just starting to find its true value, which is much lower than it was a few weeks ago. So I think you're going to want to let this one cool down for a couple days to find its true value. You're welcome, AMC. Shay wants Arpo. Tony, hell yeah! How'd you do that? You alternated the rats and the mice. That's sweet. Shay's getting ARPO on the day chart. Guys are all in the biotech right now. All in the biotech. Support. Neckline. Current resistance. Just looking left on the chart. It's a fairly young stock. Well, my friend, I wouldn't look at this on the daily. I'll look at it on shorter time frames, going into hourly. For more detail. Maybe a breakout, but again, guys, with these pharmaceutical stocks, you're watching for catalysts. Things are happening in the news. This is the type of stock that necessitates a news feed. You need to be more informed than the chart can give you for catalysts like this. This is generally not the type of thing I would trade. What's up with EV stocks? I don't know. Let's take a look. Which one do you want to look at? You want to look at Plug? What's up with EV stocks? Hey now. Hey now, Plug. Monthly view on Plug. What do you guys see? People that watch the show, I just wish you a monthly view on Plug. What do you guys see? Let me know what you see in the chat after you like and subscribe so that we know. I'll look at Palantir, Eunice. I see you. Eunice Cam. I'll look at Palantir in a sec. I was looking at that earlier. Of course. Of course. What do you see with Plug? Do you want me to draw it? So that's what happened, Chad. That's exactly right. That's what happened. And then so when you guys get a rounding bottom, tell me in chat if you guys, or comment below if you're on your lazy boy and you're eating a hungry man dinner right now. Maybe you're drinking an adult beverage, perhaps a Diet Coke. Leave a comment below, pause the video, and let me know how the formula for measuring or for getting the price target for a rounding bottom. Let me know if you guys know. Big fat bottom. That's right, Raymond. Got that boneless rib hunger, man. Yeah. I mean, we did. Come on, Mike. Come on. So yeah, we've got the neckline here. MX plus B equals C squared. Correct, AMC. That's right. Are you in high school by chance, AMC youngster? All right. So in order to get the price target for a rounding bottom, you take the lowest point, or you take the neckline rather, the neckline level, and subtract from that the lowest value. So here we have, so we're looking at monthly. That's fine. I'll mess with the monthly. We can do it that way. If you want to do it that way, we'll do it that way. I think we can safely say this is about the breath before the plunge. I'm putting the neckline right here. So this neckline is going to be 25.50, and then the lowest level that we reach in the rounding bottom, roughly. I mean, we're doing this rough, all right? Is going to be negative. Oh, wait, impossible. All right, so let me be more exact. Holy dude, plug. Oh my god. What? Wait, what was the lowest that this thing got on this candle? The absolute low was 15 cents. Sheesh. So I'll just, okay, it's right there. You guys can see it. All right, 16 cents. Yo. Okay. So then you can take 25.50 minus 0.16. And you get $25.35. You add $25.34 to the neckline now. All right, so I'm going to take that plus 25.50. That makes our price target $50.84. So let's find $50.84 on the chart. Right about here. Not all gonna learn it. Right about there. And look at that. So that level, we just did that like the math way. Usually I draw a line, is lining up perfectly where this previous support was here on the monthly chart. Now let's scroll down to weekly and look at that. Let's go down to daily here. And you can see that was right about where we got. And this is why you're scaling in, scaling out, guys, because if you would have scaled out, you could have ridden this up a bit higher. And this is just going based on the neckline that I drew. Let's go back to the monthly on Plug Power right now. So we want to look at this as what kind of opportunities are ahead of us. So that's one way to measure your price targets. So right now we found support back on the neckline. We're proving that previous resistance can be support here for Plug on the monthly. Is this a buying opportunity? I'm going to say I'm very skeptical. Very skeptical. Why? Because of how far it fell down, and we're still not into oversold status on the stock. On Plug Power. Let's go take a look at the daily. Really trying to hold this level. We lost it. Really trying to hold 25 bucks. Lost it. Really trying to hold it now. We can draw another fib right here. Yeah, so you can see that line that I drew before, that neckline, as we zoom in, look at how these candles are nailing it. Perfect support, perfect resistance. So that's resistance. So on a break above, and this is just my optimistic bullish take, about 25.67, something like that. You're targeting 27.52, which is very modest in the broader scope of things with plug power. So we are on the daily. Let's zoom it back out a little bit. Let's delete all of our drawings, start from scratch. We're looking at nothing but price. Trend completely broken, right? We had a big shoot up. We are not currently in an ongoing markup phase. Completely broken. So you're going to want to find an indication, as we talk about all the time in the show, that this is in fact an oversold phase of accumulation that's going to lead into a markup phase. Right now, this is a hot mess. So not really seeing it there. Neo. Let's look at Neo. Oh. Yeah, Neo lost it. Neo lost support. Beware stocks that lose key support. So it's something kind of similar here, which is that we had what looked like it could have been some accumulation. We already reached our price target just based on the pattern, which is probably going to be this V-shaped reversal here. Shot right back down. We're in a downward trend. We're in a downward trend with Neo. And this candle is not a trend reversal candle, right? Trend reversal candle is the bull saying, we're going to keep the body up here. This is as low as we'll go. We got down here, but we're going to fight to keep it up. Right now, we got something more like this, and the sellers are like, no. We're keeping the body. That's supposed to be an arrow. We're keeping the body down here, which is what we got. So not looking strong for Neo right now in terms of reversing this downward trend that we're in. That's kind of what this arrow is probably meant to denote. I forgot the last time I looked at this. So what's up with EV? So Neo, Plug, both kind of in a shitty spot. We'll look at TSLA, of course. Also kind of in a shitty spot. So let's draw a sloping line of support on the daily here for Tesla, and I'm going to use my parallel tool. So I'll start with the absolute low here. We'll go right here and go up a bit. See if that lines up with anything in the past. Yeah, so it's nice when that line is lining up with past support and then past resistance. So we know that this is a meaningful upper line of resistance that I've drawn here on this little thing that we're in. Tesla breaking the rules right now. Body, solid body, about to close in the next couple hours, maybe, unless there's a huge rally, below this sloping line of support. Bearish Tesla on the day. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Tesla is not my bread and butter. What are you talking about, Ryan? Remember, if you give me a ticker, give me a time frame, and I'll be happy to look at it for you. Oh, we have a guest today, guys. Why don't you guys do me a favor and hit the like button for this video? Let me see how many we got.
What are our KPIs at right now?
Let's take a look.
38. So we need about 62 more before
We'll bring on the guest, but it's 150 for Spice Girls these days.
Oh, wow.
The price of Spice Girls is shooting up. Thanks, Biden. So, guys, if you want Spice Girls today, 150 likes on the video. And if you don't know what that means, ask your fellow chatters. Yeah, so without further ado, while you guys are going to the little thing where you can like the video, it's right here. See, I liked it. You can too. Wait, oh no, it's not. You can't see it. There it is. There it is. See, look, I liked it. 5 of you didn't like it, so your 5 incels didn't like this video. I'll approve this comment. Spice Girls are transitory. That's hilarious. I'll approve that comment. Also, Tiny Pie Media. Hit the like button. We get this up to 150 likes. We let the Spice Girls out of the server room at Benzinga, where they're eating nothing but macaroni and cheese and lean cuisines. And then they come out, and then we give them things like, candy. We give them candy, ring pops, and stuff like that. Stuff that was popular in the 90s, so they feel comfortable. And we also give them money. They come out, we got a bunch of money for them. So make sure we get this video up to 150 likes, and we can do that for them. All right, guys, without further ado, I would like to bring on one of our most illustrious guests, Silvia Bellrock.
Hello, Neil. Nice to see you. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Silvia?
Good. The market is treating me not very well today. It's dumping. YM dumped a lot. I was long, and trying to look for a re-entry, but everything looks a little bit weak.
Yep.
So it doesn't look like, like we had the momentum a couple of weeks ago. Now it looks like we're losing momentum. Everything is slowing down a little bit. It's August as well, so we need to be a little bit more patient right now during this month, and yeah, that's what I'm trying to do as well. Be patient.
Okay, so would you be able to share your charts and maybe show us what support levels you're looking for?
Yeah, sure. In the meantime, how is trading treating you? Are you doing well?
I'm doing okay. Today is red for me.
Yeah, today is a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm gonna just average into a few things. I kind of feel a dip, and perhaps like a bounce coming out of today. I don't know, like geopolitically speaking, with everything going on, we shall see. But I'm not at my point, Silvia, where I'm gonna pull out of everything. I still have some plays that I really like the broader structure on, so I'm still bullish on. So I'm just adding into.
Yeah, I still have some stocks too. I'm not adding new ones right now, but I have some stocks, and most of the stocks which I have, though, those are for longer term. Stuff like AMD and stuff like that. So,
yep.
Let's see. This is now the called correction, which we're waiting for some long time, or is it just a small bounce and a sucker move, how I like to call it?
That is a great question. That's what producer AB should have titled this video instead of breakout patterns on a day where everything is breaking down. Producer AB.
Yeah, run that back one more time. The new title.
Silvia, what did you say? Is this the correction we've been waiting for?
Well, that's the question here. What we have to figure out. It looks like that, but a lot of times it's like sucker move.
Yes,
it's how I call it. Every time it drops fast and scares people, and you think, okay, that's the correction now. We're gonna see a crash, a correction, and then all of a sudden it snaps back up, and all the shorts or people who thought this is going to be the correction were wrong. So I have seen that a lot of times. Now the question is that the same thing, or is it the real correction? Because this has been a pretty big move here. It's like 450 points on the Dow Jones, on the Dow here. This is YM future, guys. For those of you who don't know, that's basically the Dow Jones future, and it's pretty much aggressive red today. So the question is it going to continue lower, or are we going to see a bounce here? So I had long, and this was my previous support area, 3,546. I had a stop below, and actually previously I wanted to add to this position. So for some time I just didn't look at it, and I came back, I was stopped out. Well, happens. Now the question is, are we going to stop maybe somewhere here around 34,946, something like that, 35,000? That's a whole number. It's a big support area. So that should be the question for now. And if we do, we have to look, of course, for some kind of a slowdown and something like a reversal candlestick pattern, something like that. We don't want to jump in front of the train,
Right.
So, or catch the falling knife, how people want to call it. So we need to see here a little bit of a slowdown, some kind of a reversal candle, some kind of a bullish candlestick patterns, and then we might enter the position. For now, it's just everything is right. Every single try of this thing to bounce, it's failed. And this is for me a sign where you have to be a little bit careful. You know, we're losing momentum, and every time we start to go sideways and lose momentum, we see you know, a bigger drop. And we see that also on the Nasdaq. So let me show the Nasdaq. That was Dow Jones. Let's go to Nasdaq. That's even uglier. So if you look back, this has been the whole past weeks here. It's been sideways, upside down price action, and we see, you know, big red candles, then snapping back up, cannot break out and break through highs, snaps back down, and this is just this back and forth where it fails all the time to break through. So if you look at it very closely, you see those big red candles here. This is a very bearish sign, not a good sign if you're long, of course. And then if you're buying here, you have to be very fast with closing the position, because every time it tries to break out, like for example back here, it rejects and, you know, goes straight down with huge big red candles. And you see that a lot of times. You know, if you go back here, same thing, it couldn't break out, dumped. Here, same thing, couldn't really break out, dumped. Now again, it cannot break out, dumps. So all that, those are signs for you if you're looking price action and trading based on price action. Those are all signs that we are losing momentum, and we might see very soon some kind of a correction. Which means, on the other hand, you know, if you have a stock portfolio with 20 stocks and the market starts to go down, they are all most likely going to go down as well. They're not going to go up. Right. So that's why we have to be careful also with long positions here.
Yep, you just described my portfolio perfectly.
Thank you. Yeah, and also we can take a look at ES. Very similar situation. You know, this is for those of you, you can use also SPY, which is the ETF. We see sideways price action. Same thing. We cannot break out. Finally, we made here a nice breakout, but today it's really just broke all those support levels, and it's not looking very well. If you're looking for a quick scalp trade, you know, those are actually good, but you got to be quick, because you just don't know if this is going to continue lower or, you know, go maybe sideways and mess with your stop losses.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and so, guys, I'm following along on my chart with Silvia as she goes through these, and I think you guys should too. Give me a 1 in the chat if you like to follow along with your charts when we have our educational guests on the show.
Yeah, on the other hand, RTY, which is actually, I have mentioned that a couple of times, you can use RTY, which is Russell 2000, as an early indicator of what might happen. And normally when you see a choppiness, and this was the first one who showed in the past even month, a lot of choppiness, a lot of upside down price action, weaker price action, this means that this is going to follow with the other indices like, you know, like Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and all the others. And we see this weakness here. This has been for a long time, very choppy and weak. And finally, it comes now also with the other indexes like Dow Jones and Nasdaq and SPY.
Yep. It sure does. Guys, if you want to look at the Russell 2000 index, that's for the smaller companies. A lot of times, as Silvia says, leading an indicator for what's happening with the bigger companies. You guys can probably take a look at it, and if you're watchers of the show, you should be able to identify what that looks like.
Yeah.
The Roman term is sloppus topus.
You see here how it broke, it rejected a lot of times the resistance area, and it just cannot break through. We have that a lot of time on a lot of things, and also with a lot of stocks. You know, if I'm looking like 50 stocks every day and going through the list and see what's happening, and those are all having like 2, 3, 4 nice green days, and all of a sudden they dump, and then they have red days. It's just hard to buy and hold those days. You know, it's hard to make a nice trade where you can hold for 2 weeks and might make nice profits. Like last year, it was easier. The beginning of the year was easier. But right now, you see a lot of chopping price action. It is much, much harder to trade that kind of price action compared to an uptrending market, of course.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So Silvia, are you able to find opportunities in this broader market little down slump we got going on?
Yeah, there are some opportunities, but you have to be very picky and very careful. Like, for example, I had this one on the watch list. I think we discussed that a while ago. ABBV. This was, holding support. This one was very nice, broke out very fast. But a lot of those, what is what I said, they are breaking out a little bit and then dumping back down, and you just don't see this follow through continuation of those bullish stocks, which is, of course, again, not very easy. We can check some of the stocks which I'm looking currently for, for a trade. I still look at AMD. I don't know if we discussed that, but AMD is, of course, a leader for me, also long term. I have a long term position on that one. This is for me buy and hold for the next maybe years, not only months but years. And after this nice breakout, went to 122. Now it's pulling back into this, into those EMAs. So this is the 9 and 20. This is a small pullback, nothing huge. But I do think we might see a continuation higher. And if we see a little bit more green here, maybe a candle which goes above 111, that might be a good idea for long, and stop can be placed just below this base. So this is the base. This is the base and consolidation area. If we break here through that, this might be our entry and stop loss area, and target should be 122, which is the previous resistance and previous high. And of course, if it breaks through, you can trail the stop and try to go for it within a little bit longer term. So AMD.
There we go. Any AMD bulls in the chat? I know that was like one of my favorite stocks over the summer, over the golden summer, last summer.
Yes, AMD is actually very, very nice. It's been very choppy for a while, but now it finally started to, to show some momentum to the upside and some uptrend here. So let's see. Other than that, let me see what I have. I have Starbucks still. I don't know if we discussed that.
we bought options kind of together a few days ago, but would love to talk about your take on Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks, I've been waiting for some time to enter, but for some reason it's just not ready, still not ready for me. I was looking at it here. It couldn't follow through, continued to go lower. Then, this was actually a nice pattern, but I didn't enter. Now, if this continues to hold 114.97, that's like 115 area. This is the previous low and 114. So those support areas, if it holds, this is a good long setup. It has some potential to the upside. 126.30 reopening stock looks very nice actually. What options did you buy? A long-term option or what option?
I got, what was it? It was two and a half months out. I got October 15th calls out of the money by 1 degree and then 2 degrees. Both of them returned like 20% the next day, so I just cashed out on them. But if I would have held them for one more day, it would have been great. And that was just off a bounce. It was from a whim. One of our chatters here,
very nice,
right here, Captain Cappy, also known as Dog with Toupee, is really good at sniffing out these opportunities. He actually pointed out, which I'll share in chat right now. Guys, in chat, I'm just going to put a link to my chart for Starbucks. See if I can do this properly without it turning into a big ordeal. Boom, here we go, copy a link. This is kind of what Captain Cappy had, which is just a sloping line of support, which actually it's kind of holding on right now. I just have the 1 week chart on. But yeah, I like Starbucks right now. It's one to watch for sure.
Yeah, I like it too. It is still a valid setup. Of course, it needs to hold, but with this market correction, it might, it might be pushed lower. So
it's market correction question mark? That's for the YouTube thumbnail.
Well, that's a good question. For me, that's not really a correction. Yes, it's like 500 points on the Dow already, but if you look at the big picture, so let's look at the daily chart. So daily chart, we still have a lot of room to the downside. If we see tomorrow one more down day, that might start look like a correction for me. But for now, it's just only one day, and still we're not close. We don't know if this is going to snap back up, like we discussed with those sucker moves, which are just flushing into some support areas and going back up. So the day is not over yet. If this closes red like this with this candle, and we go below that previous low the next day, this might be the start of something bigger, which could be something like 5 to 10%. That would be great, actually, because we finally will have more opportunities to buy. But if we continue like this and go straight back up, that's just not a correction. So yeah, it is a question mark for me still.
Yeah. All right. So can you look at ALF? And while you're pulling that up, chat, do you give us a 1 if you think that we are entering a brief correction period, or I don't know, who knows how long it'll last. Give us a 1 in the chat if you think we're entering a correction period. Give us a 2 if you think it's a sucker move, and that we'll have a little bounce tomorrow.
ALF, you said?
Yep. So bears give us a 1, bulls give us a 2.
Very good. So ALF, yeah, this one looks actually finally starts to look good here. We discussed that, I think, a couple of times, and since we discussed, it couldn't hold. This was actually a nice looking setup here so far, but it couldn't hold this setup, and it couldn't hold the green. Actually, what would have been good is a continuation higher. Instead of that, we saw a reversal candle and continuation lower. Broke actually here slightly support, as we see. This green candle looks promising to me, though. If we close like that green and we see the next day continuation, this might be the end of this long correction here, and we might see another push higher. So it looks good. It has very good risk to reward. So if you're entering somewhere around this area like 9 and we stop here below, it has potential to 22 or even higher.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching that one. All right, so we're pretty mixed. Everyone's kind of mixed. I think it's majority optimists here, bulls. As always, we got a 3. So thank you for being the person that did that. All right, guys.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna ask the chat if they had any more tickers they wanted to have you look at.
Yeah, ALF is a little bit green here compared to the overall market price action. The whole market goes down and this thing is green, so that's actually a very good sign.
Everything in context. Okay.
I have one more Staa actually. Let me show this. This is actually also one which is still green, even though the whole market goes down here. This is something I've been trading a lot in the past. This is on my watch list. I traded back here last year. It was nice. Nice uptrend. Nice green candle based on the earnings. This is an earnings winner. Reaction was good. Pull back after that into those EMAs. Nice doji reversal candle at this point, followed by a green candle, which was the entry. If you missed that, it might set up right now with hopefully a little bit of a consolidation and break higher. So I do think this has still potential to the upside, and it is still a good looking chart. So I really like this Staa.
Staa, producer AB, Staa. All right, guys, tickers and time frames. How about Ttcf? That one's come up a few times.
Ttcf. TTC. Let's see. TT?
Yeah, Ttcf, tattooed chef. TT, tiger, cat, feline.
I don't find. Oh, I see. Yeah, tattooed. Yeah. Not the best thing I want to see here on the chart. It's a little bit sideways, went sideways. But the good thing is it is at support here. So, you have a pretty good, if you're trying to long you have a pretty good risk reward here. So if you're trying to long here and if you see a little bit of a green candle, maybe one candle which is green around this support, it has good risk reward. It's oversold right into support. You have some potential. I personally don't like, buying if it looks like that. I just don't know why is this like that. I don't know the fundamentals. I don't know nothing about the company, but based on the chart, it's just sideways, pushing more lower instead of higher. Gap down here based on the earnings, so it looks like the earnings were not good. And now it is at support. So if you're looking for a quick bounce, quick long, that might be good. But that's nothing I would personally put some money on the long side.
So there you go. Let's look at Palantir.
Oh yeah, PLTR.
Yes, ma'am.
PLTR, I haven't seen for a long time. I know there are a lot of fans here, so I gotta be careful,
Don't upset chat.
Yeah.
There's no telling what they'll do.
But it looks not bad. So, it looks actually pretty decent. It had this period of a time where it started to go lower, made lower highs, lower lows. It finally catched here the bottom, broke out above these previous resistance areas, and now it's pulling back. It is holding the 200 EMA. Earnings are over, which means we don't have to expect a lot of surprises here. And it is actually basing for a little while, broke out based on earnings, and now it's pulling back. That might be because of the overall market, but it looks not bad. So I actually like it. And let me pull up my pen. If you look at it, like if you that's our base here. So it broke out. If you look at it like that, maybe if it starts to consolidate for a little bit or show some kind of a doji candle bullish pattern here, that might be a good long idea. And to the upside, I like it. It's good. I'm not just saying that because of the chat, because the chat likes it.
Thank you for clarifying. I also like Palantir right now.
Yeah. I see a lot of tickers here. Facebook, OCGN.
Yeah, you can just pick whichever one you want.
Yeah. Nvidia, oh wow. PBTS. Facebook is been actually on watch for me. I bought it, but again, as of the overall market, it's trying to pull back right now and correct. So let's see what we got here. For me, that's a very bullish chart, very nice uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, has some nice had nice reaction on the earnings. Good looking fundamental stock with growth potential. Of course, it's pulling back and might continue even lower, but for me, that would be a great opportunity to add to my position for a long term. So I like this for a long, and only because the market goes lower, it will not stop me probably to add to this one.
Beautifully stated.
Do you like Facebook, Neal?
I like the stock.
Yeah.
I hate Facebook so much.
Yeah, me too. I don't like it overall.
All right, but Zuckerberg, if you're watching right now, which there's a 50% chance that you are, we would love to have you on the show. I've heard nothing but good things about you.
mRNA, someone brought it up. That's a very good one, actually. Of course, extremely overbought. Finally, pull back. They had some decent news, as far as I know. That's a good long, actually, here, guys. I don't know who brought it, but I am gonna watch it myself too. On the overall market, where everything is going down, and this thing has a reversal candle, continues higher. We have earnings. This is the right sector with those vaccines. So that's a very nice looking setup. I would prefer if we see more pullback on that, but sometimes you just don't get it on those stocks. So it's a good try here, maybe along 396 stop just below this candle, and for continuation higher, target can be 500. I like that one.
What do you think about Target? This one's for me, guys. Target.
Which one?
TGT, Target.
Oh, Target, TGT. I like the store.
Who doesn't? It's great store.
Yeah. Yes, I like that. It needs to pull back though. It's a very nice, strong stock. So this is actually, if you look back, my God, this went from 92 to 267 in 1.5 years. So this is a huge move. Of course, we want to see a little bit of a slowness and pullback here. It's just too high for me. If it comes at least into the 240, maybe here 237 area, that would be great for a long, but overall very strong stock. It's a long, definitely a long.
All right, guys, that is just about all the time that we have with our most illustrious guest, Silvia Bellrock. Silvia, for those that are uninitiated, where can they find more of that education?
Oh yeah, so if you guys want to check out my free trading course, check out silviabellrock.com. And also you can follow me on Twitter. I post sometimes, of course, some of the charts and ideas which I'm trading. So feel free to connect. And thank you, Neal, for inviting me. It's a pleasure, of course, always to talk to you and see what everyone else is looking at.
Absolutely. It's always great to have you on, Silvia. Have a great day.
Have a great day too. Thanks. Bye.
All right, guys, give Silvia Bellrock a follow on Twitter. That's the easiest way to get started, but I highly recommend that course. Get on in there. Learn to trade like Silvia. I don't think people care about the Spice Girls anymore. I think they're out.
No, I think they're like, you know what? They can stay in that little caged closet that we have them in right now,
which is kind of sick. I kind of think chat is kind of sick. I think it's kind of screwed up that you guys want to keep the Spice Girls locked up in a hot server room with nothing but macaroni and cheese, and the only person they get to interface with is Bert, the head of development at Benzinga, a guy with the red hair ponytail. He's a good guy. But you know, if that's the only human you see after a while, that's kind of, you know, that can drive him nuts.
Definitely some Stockholm syndrome going on there because they all love Bert though.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
Guys, I have a favor for the Get Technical audience. By the way, Neal, we do not have a crypto show today, so we have no hard stop. I know both of us have a lot of important work to get to, so I'm not suggesting we stay on the stream any longer than we have to. But I am asking a favor out there to the Get Technical techies, if that's what we want to call y'all. Someone on Twitter, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Tesla stock and Elon Musk is very polarizing, right? People either love it or hate it. They think Tesla is gonna, you know, change the world, or they think Elon's a total fraudster. I'm not really on either side. Like, I have Tesla stock. I think the criticism of Elon is valid, and I made that point on Power Hour earlier. And then people came after me on Twitter because I said that some of the criticism of Elon was valid. There were some Twitter fights going on. I need backup, essentially. So if you go find myself on Twitter,
you're gonna hijack the show for this shit? Are people actually being nasty?
Someone was like, why is AB doesn't know what he's talking about? Like, and then I linked an article that reiterated the point that I made, and they were like, Business Insider is fake news. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, go find another publication that covered it. Like, it's not fake news. Like, Elon Musk promised something in 2013 that didn't pan out. I'm not even saying that's like a terrible thing. I'm just saying there's a track record of that happening.
Internet versus Aaron Bree. Episode 1.
It was really just one guy, but it really got to me. So that's why.
Dude, you can't be that sensitive. Do you know how much hate I get? People send me the worst, nastiest stuff. All right, guys, back up your boy Aaron Bree on Twitter. All right. Another thing that I want to, now that we're going to mobilize people and abuse our platform here, we're at 100 likes, by the way. We just need 48 more likes to get the Spice Girls out of the server room. And we'll give them ring pops, all that kind of stuff that they like. Steve, love you too. So we can look at Moderna. One thing I want to do is we want to get this guy, the stock guy from Twitch, on the show.
Oh yeah, I gotta message him from the Benzinga account.
Because you refuse to do that because you don't want us to succeed. That's fine, but I think that I think chat wants us to succeed. So guys, where is he at? On Twitter, get your little flip phones out and open Twitter at the stock guy and say we want to see you on Get Technical at the stock guy TV, and just tweet at him. Just give him a little tweet and just say we'd love to see you on Get Technical. because I think that would be a lot of fun. Keep Spicy locked up. We need some mood music. Is this the mood that you're in? Are you an Android?
Nope. Jesse, that's not how you tweet. You got to go to Twitter to do it. I'm just messing with you, Jesse. You know I love you.
I guess I can hang out for like another minute and we can look at Moderna. You can't ask for so many likes on a red market day. Dude, there's 274 of you incels watching us right now. Just give us a like. Thank you, Elite. All right, we'll look at Moderna. And I'll stop calling you incels. We did this. Didn't Silvia just look at it? Twat. Oh, I'm not going to say it out loud. Moderna on the daily. Let's go to the 4-hour. Identify our support levels. Notice that it is previous resistance, therefore verified support. Notice this level that we're at right now is our resistance. It was previous support. Breaking out above that is going to be nice. Let's do a little trick that we learned from our friend John Moore. We don't even need it, but we'll do it anyways. We'll switch our chart to the logarithmic, which I'll get the keyboard shortcut for so I can look way cooler. And we'll draw our sloping line of resistance. Oh, jeez, work. Something like that. Moderna on the 4-hour, broken out of a downward pattern, but getting pancaked. Pancaked. Ooh, look at that. It's actually getting a little bit higher on the body. But it's sticking right at this level of resistance. Back to the 1 day. Bullish. I mean, it's not overbought. It's at resistance. If you want to enter, I'm not going to make fun of you. You want to look at Mvax? Let's do it, and then I gotta go.
Nvax is a stock with the ticker.
Novavax looks a little choppy for my blood. Let's get a bigger picture of what's going on here. Damn. That gap. So much gaption, which is gap action. I made that up. All right, so on the weekly, I don't know, my friend. I don't know. This resistance is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months in a row. We've had resistance at 234. Which is this ATH over here. Or is it ATH? No, it's like, yeah, it's pretty much all-time high. So you're just seriously watching for a breakout there. So I think probably the most important thing to look for if you really care about Novavax is going to be a breakout past the all-time high. I know that's a long ways to go. I don't know. To daily.
Shelly, I'll stay on Get Technical for another hour if we get to 200 likes in the next 90 seconds.
This could be a little reversal. I wish that they hadn't failed the breakout. Just watch for the breakout above 239. Solid body close above 239. Don't want it to be another fake out, though, so you might even want to raise that level. And look at this like a ascending triangle reversal pattern for a potential return to something like 42%. All right, this could be a thing. This could be a saucer, so I'm not going to call it a rounding bottom. I'm going to call it a saucer. On Novavax. Where's my thing? Where's my stupid thing? There it is. Found it. Stupid. Little saucer action there. All right. Using the Fibonacci. Everything's lining up perfectly with the Fibonacci. Oh, God, it lines up perfectly. Signs are bullish for Nvax. Damn. I like it. I like it, my friend. Draw your Fibonacci on here. From the previous all-time high to the ensuing all-time low. Right now, I'm looking at the daily. Solid body close above 237.50 is going to be a nice spot to start targeting the next leg up. Should be right about here, 262. And then, of course, you're targeting that solid line of resistance that I've drawn. But then, I mean, man, if you break past... What is that? Stamp it. If you break past 233, or I'm sorry, $330, I think you can target 484. Huh. Not bad. I was hating it at first, but I like what I see. All right, guys. 122 likes. What is going on with you guys?
Yeah, and 10 people accidentally hit the wrong thumb there. I mean, silly mistake to make, but
yeah. But it's crazy that so many people made it. It's weird, kind of awkward, cringe, even.
Soups awk. BT Dubs. I don't think Silvia properly acknowledged your tiger cat feline. I thought it was funny. I don't know if she
she did not have time for that shit.
No. She was like 3 different words for cats that you're going to throw out here as a what's it called, a phonetic alphabet? No, NATO.
So I was trying to do the NATO. Oh, Jesus, what do you call it? NATO. There's one guy in here. There's an army guy in here that knows it. NATO phonetic alphabet,
Yes,
which
yeah,
I know it.
right.
Here, let's see if I can do it without even looking. All right, what was it? I did tiger, cat, feline.
Yeah,
it's tango, Charlie. I don't know. F.
Frank?
Is it Frank?
No, I have no clue. Let's check. I mean,
Maybe a foxtrot.
Foxtrot.
Tango, Charlie, foxtrot.
Oh, look at the chat is smart. You guys are so smart and good looking.
Yeah, really, they are. Really are. Really are. All right, I'm gonna split, man. I don't know if you want to hang out. They didn't get up to enough likes, so I guess there's no Spice Girl for them today.
There's always tomorrow. Just kidding. No show tomorrow. We have our reopening summit, but we will be back on Friday.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna look at SeaWorld really quick. Gonna be a negative on this thing.
Yeah, Mikey, sorry, no show tomorrow. We have a conference, and I pushed. I said, hey, we're going to have some very disappointed viewers if we don't have Get Technical. And I pushed to have the show anyway, and us just both be live at the same time. And they were like, no, you're going to take all our viewers. And I was like, yeah, I know. It's because we're freaking dope on this show. And
although I'm pretty sure I'm hosting.
Oh, so that would have been really awkward to try to do both at the same time.
Wait, oh, you got to reply.
Oh god, I'm gonna be pissed off for the rest of the day now.
All right, let's check. I want to see. I gotta follow this saga. So Aaron Bree 5. Here's the man. All right, where's the tweet where this is a problem?
Oh, you got to go up to go back up and go to tweets and replies, and then yeah, you'll see.
Is this it where you talk some shit and then you got in trouble? Oh wait, did Chris come to save you?
Chris did to my backing, but there was like a different thread in there.
There's another thread. Okay.
Yeah, so Chris was good. I said, here's where that guy said, "Why is Aaron talking and nothing he knows nothing about?"
Oh wait, why? Oh shit! Sorry guys, my allergies. This is so offensive.
I know, right? That's what really got me going.
It's bueno doing. Okay, yeah, that thing did that get your blood going?
Yeah.
All right, and then you responded with this, and then please forgive, Shelly. Please forgive. It's the lack of common sense and critical thinking that confuses me. He's out here confirming on stuff that he's obviously not looking into deeply. Headlines from MSM, mainstream media, and then giving his ill-informed hot take is a bad look for Benzinga. Like it's not a thought experiment, bro. What does SDMH stand for?
Shaking my damn head.
Oh, but he flipped it.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he's not all wrong there. That's fair.
No. Yeah, absolutely not. I mean, you have a responsibility on this platform to have an informed take. But that's all it is at the end of the day. End of the day is just a take. What's the conference tomorrow, Dupree? It is the
reopening summit.
Reopening summit. Here, let's see if it shows up on Google. Meet Gaucho. We got to work on our SEO for these event sites, man. Yeah, let's see if I can get to it through this press release. Oh, Gaucho will be there. Register now. All right. Here you go. This is it, guys. I'll drop the link in chat.
Mumtaz. Yeah, I hear you.
Not wrong. But that's okay.
Hey, for the proof is in the pudding. Look, my Robinhood portfolio up all time, more than 1,000%. I'll take it. Thank you, Marco.
Wait, we're not here to. Hey, this is not a witch hunt. We're not bullying. Don't go on Twitter and address this person. That's silly. This is the reopening event. Going to be pretty cool. You're going to hear from executives from a bunch of really cool companies. Am I on here? Silvia is going to be there.
Oh, frick yeah.
Doing some education. Luke. Oh my God, I'm not on it. I don't have to do anything. Oh, that's amazing.
Are you sure you have to do something? They just forgot to put you on there?
Brent. No, they're having Brent do it. This is so. Oh my God, I usually have to do every single event. I'm so glad. All right, there you go. So you got Brenny Slava. This is the man on the news desk at Benzinga. Also rockin' ponytail. Ponytail inspiration. So tune in to hear from a bunch of small cap companies and some trading educators. It's gonna be sick. It's a cool kind of site too. I like the colors and the little logo that Morgan made. Yeah, guys, if we had to rename this show, so the show's called Get Technical. If we had to rename it, because there's another show called Get Technical, and it's a problem. If we had to rename the show, what should we call it? Put a better name. Put a better name for the show in chat than Get Technical.
Oh yeah, Tiny Pie makes a good point. Your 48-hour webinar stream this weekend.
I do?
Yeah, 48 straight hours of Neal.
Yeah. Get. What is this?
Shout out Alyssa Cole for that one.
You guys didn't tell me this was the thumbnail for today. Is Silvia with her hair and everything looking really good, and then it's just this same recycled picture of me sticking over her head like I'm just a little imp, a gremlin. I like this picture of Chris.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
probably. Oh man.
All right, did we get there? Nope, we didn't. All right, guys. make sure you check out the reopening summit tomorrow. It's free to attend. It'll be on YouTube at the same time for most of the day. Link is in the chat. I'll drop it one more time. You may register. Pltr replacement tool. But yeah, let me do a little. Let's do this right. Let's do the damn thing. Big shout out to Silvia Bellrock for being with us today. Always great to have her. Rough day because the major indices are down, big stocks are down, but we'll see tomorrow what exactly that means, and we will address it accordingly outside of the show because there's no show tomorrow. Make sure you guys check out the reopening stocks event. Link is in the chat. Thank you as always to young producer AB Aaron Bree for hosting or co-hosting the show. Follow me at Neal's Tweets on Twitter. I will give you fashion advice. If you send me a picture of your outfit, I'll tell you what I think about it. I won't sugarcoat anything. So at any rate, this has been another episode of Get Technical. We will see you next time, and until then, happy trading.
Boom. See y'all on Friday.